Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Yukiwa Joe here, back at it again. This time we are doing something a bit different. We're playing something meta now, so it's really nice. So today we're showcasing a new deck from Deck Build Hunters Justice Hunter, Deck Build Pack Justice Hunter. So this is K9. But with the twist, we're playing Fiendsmith. I know, really creative, but we need more extenders for this deck, and I'll explain it to you later on why we're playing specifically the Fiendsmith and not other extenders. So yeah. So without further ado, we'll start with the main deck. First, we're playing our Chewy K9 Jopo. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal it. And one level 5 monster, special summon them both. And then on the field, you can add one K9 monster from your deck to your hand. So this is basically your best quote-unquote starter for the deck. So they also have a shared effect that if your opponent controls, if your own opponent has 2 cards in their hand, you can normal them without tributing. So that fixes the breaking issue for making a rank 5 deck. Next, we're playing the 3 Izuna. So basically, if your opponent they have the Izuna has the same effect as the Jokels, like all the K9 cards have, that you can normal them without tributing if your opponent has 2 cards on their hand or more. And K9 Izuna effects is if it's summoned, you can send one K9 card from your deck to the graveyard. And if your opponent activates a monster on your turn, you can special summon this card from your hand. So basically for free. So this card becomes your 1-card combo for the deck if your opponent hand traps you, and if you don't. So it's basically a 2-card combo for the deck. Next, we're playing the 2 Lanterns. Same with the other K9s. You can normal this without tributes if your opponent controls 2 cards in their hand. It has a hand effect though. You can reveal this card and target one K9 monster in your graveyard to special summon them both. And then on the field, you can add one K9 spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So basically, your way of extending. That's why we're playing 2 because he special summons from the graveyard. So if you don't have like a K9 in the graveyard, so you can only just normal him. So yeah. And there are no like a 1-card combo for this deck, so it's always 2 cards. So even if you add like the case of K9 to search or any of the spell traps, doesn't really matter because you can't you really can't extend other than normal summoning this. And next, the last K9 name we're playing is one Lupus. This is basically the driver for the deck, the Cypher driver for the deck. It's basically what you send for Kizuna. So if it's in the Hunter deck, a Hunter graveyard, it special summon itself. But if it's from the graveyard, if it leaves the field, it gets banished. And during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can XYZ summon. So this is basically your turn 0 play. These 2 cards are your turn 0. So if your opponent activates a card or effect from their hand or graveyard, you can just special summon this. Activate effect to send, activate, special summon, and then activate to XYZ into a something like a V mana or whatever rank 5 you wanna play. So mostly V mana because it's a monster build. Next for the K9 engine, we're playing 3 Ks I mean. These are just any K9 monster. If your opponent activates a monster effect from their hand or graveyard while you control this, all K9 monster gains 900 attack, so basically it helps you OTK. And if it's destroyed from your spell and trap, you can set one quick play K9 spell card from your deck to the field directly. So really strong and really like helps you like go into your rank 5s consistently. Next, we're playing one offs. We're playing one X Liberator, one KC Liberator, and the one off EW Liberator. This one basically revives your K9 from deck and then special summon on K9 XYZ from your deck. So basically your follow up. And if it's in the graveyard, you can banish this during the end phase. Set your quick play from graveyard to field. This one, LC, is basically you helps you turn your any generic rank 5s into a K9 monster. It ranks your rank 5 into any K9 monster from your extra deck. So you mostly like rank it up to like a Ripper. So yeah. And the one of X, your main way of interrupting your opponent. You can rank up the and you have a K9 X and you have K9 X Liberator, basically your main way of interrupting your opponent. It basically special summons a K9 monster. It targets a K9 monster and then ranks it up, and then it destroys one card on the field non-targeting. So and during the end of battle, if your K9 monster battles, you can reset it, but it banishes itself. So really strong going second and really strong going first, but it's really a bad card to draw. And that's basically like the rest of the K9 cards we're playing. We're only playing one of each because we're avoiding bad draws. Next, for more consistency, we're playing the chaotic elements. Basically, search your Jopo and your Lantern. Uh, basically, searches both cards. Because this is a level 5 Dark Aqua and level 5 Dark Pyro. So this card searches either a level 5 Dark Aqua or Dark Pyro. And then it has a neat effect. If you have 3 or more Pyro or Aqua, Dark Aqua in your graveyard, you can destroy one card, so it's really strong in the late game. And a really cool graveyard effect, you can banish this, and if your opponent controls a light or dark Pyro or Aqua, you can take control of it. So yeah, it's really good against Rizio. But Rizio's dead, so yeah. Next, for the Fiendsmith part of the video, playing Engraver, Lacrima, Track, and Luri. The only reason we're playing Fiendsmith is we want our opponent to hand trap us so that we can extend. So what cards are more of a hand trap bait than Fiendsmith, because if they don't hand trap this, we're getting an Appaloosa or a Caesar or a Desiree. So that basically counters their whole strategy. They will have a hard time of hand trapping us if they don't stop the Fiendsmith. So yeah. Next, for the 5 extenders, we're playing 2D Blaster. I should be playing 3, but I couldn't find a card to cut, so I'm only playing 2. It's really strong too. It negates their opponent's cards where they are placed, their column is, but you can summon them to them. But it's really still really strong, so that when your opponent summons accidentally or sets accidentally into their zones, they wouldn't be able to activate it, which is really fun. Next, for the little secret spice, we're playing the one of Live Stage and the one of Corobin. This one's a free special from the hand. The level 5 monster if you only control Trickstar or no monsters at all. And Live Twin Live Stage to search her, but we're playing it for both her first effect and second effect because Dragon Tail sets a lot of spell and trap. So when you have this, you can just activate the second effect, which is Night Beam, by the way. It sends to the graveyard, so yeah. It's really strong. I won a lot of games because of the second effect. I targeted a skill drain, a Dragon Tail drop that bounces from the field to hand, so it really helps you with your Dragon Tail matchup, so yeah. And last engine is we're playing the one of Rig Raptor, Glorious Blast. This is basically against board breakers. You can basically cut the Rig Raptor package. I feel like it's too breaky. But if you were afraid of board breakers like Dark Cooler Drop Net evenly, you can play it. Next for the hand drops with that we have not much. Playing 3 Ash, 2 Maxi, 2 Fualos, and 3 Inverts. That's basically your hand drops. You're only playing like decent amount. Only playing 10 hand drops. Because Kizuna is already a hand drop, so you don't need more. And of course, our defensive cards, 2 hold by 1 talents and 1 off duster. I'm maining duster because A Dragon Tail, B Blue Eyes, etc. etc. A lot of like back row decks. Now for the extra, we're playing 2 Reaper. I'm considering I'm playing 3 because the grind game is weak. But this is basically your anti-Nibiru. Basically wants to take it from hand or graveyard. And it searches your any K9 card. And if your opponent activates a monster effect from their hand or graveyard this turn, you can set a quick play from deck, which is really, really strong. This is like the bread and butter of like the deck. And speaking of, we're playing 2 werewolves. This is the main monster you rank up into because one, it has a interruption. If your opponent, if it's your opponent's turn, you can they will reveal their hand and banish one. Basically, hand knowledge plus like removing a card from their hand. And next is, if it's your turn, you can banish 1 card your opponent controls, which is really strong, board breaking, and of course the last effect, which is it can attack on how many times equals to its like material. So really strong like OTK feel, and of course it's like big. And if you have like a lupus under it, it can't be targeted, which I forgot to say a little while ago. This has like a third effect that if it's as material, it can't be targeted. So if you have like a werewolf that cannot be targeted, it's basically like impossible to deal with. Which I am a first-hand experience that it's really hard to deal with. It's really strong, it's really big, and it's really sticky on the board. And of course, we're playing the last one, Sound. We're playing this only for the extra name, and of course, if you always want to end on like have to have like a Reaper on the field, but if you're on your opponent's turn, you can't just like, rack up into another Reaper because you're wasting your Reaper. It's basically your follow-up as well. So we're just gonna have this as like the second option you have. Because this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, which is really sticky. If you have lupus, it can be targeted as well, so they can negate it with Imperm. And during the standby phase, it removes a card from your opponent's field. So basically, it finishes a card from your opponent's field, so it's still really strong, but you're only playing one. It's just like your second option most of the time. Next, for our generic 5s, we're playing 1D mana, Masuvigi. This is why our Izuna is really strong because of this card. It's basically side frame Gear Gamma, basically. Next, we're playing the Paradise Smasher. I'm considering of cutting it and play the third Reaper. This only comes up if your opponent maxes you. This is the only one you want to summon like in a small amount of summons. Basically, it must be Sharp Ruler, but yeah. It only has like a 60% of resolving, but you know what? If you getting max heat, it's still the best like outcome you want to have. Next, you're playing the Redrafter Brave Strix to search the Redrafter trap card. So that, and also you can have like the negate, the face of negate. Next, the Fiendsmith stuff, Close Moon, Requiem, the Link 2, Lacrimosa, Desiree, and Appaloosa. If you're in the TCG land, you can replace this with Caesar, which is much better against Dragon Tail, and this into the Necroquip Princess. So, yeah. And I think it's like Caesar is much better compared to Appaloosa this format. That's why I think I will replace this with Caesar. But Appaloosa is still Appaloosa, so yeah. And then last card, Nightmare Phoenix. This should I was thinking of SP, but SP needs a extra deck monster, but you're trying to be reserve of you're reserving your extra deck so that you won't waste a lot of like your gas, because this deck runs out of gas a lot. So yeah, so that's why we're playing only Phoenix because it only discards. So yeah. For the side, nothing really is important. You're playing just whatever is strong against your local scene. Playing Aurelia because of the Justice Breakers deck. They all lose to Aurelia. One Chaos Hunter, one Lancea. There should be two Lanceas. It's much better. Two draws, same with Aurelia. It's strong against deck blue decks. Two Thrust, one DDG, and two D barriers for going first. This like strong against both Yummy and Dragon Tail. Same with this. And with this, your opponent cannot like target their cards to return because of the Dragon Tail boss. So they won't have like recursion. Next, playing two evenly for going second, and the two solemn strikes. Will be a strong card. If you draw it, you're winning most of the games you play. So yeah, that's a deck. So on to our combo part of the video. So in this combo, we're pulling two of the five, just Joko and any fives. So starting with Joko effect to reveal another five to special summon them both. Activate Joko to search. So we're searching our lantern from our deck to our hand. That will doing an XYZ summon into Reaper. Reaper effect. Detach to search a K9 card. So searching quick play. And then activating your lantern, target the special summon both. You can't go into V-Mana with this because you cannot use them as materials for light rank 5. So you have two choices here since you didn't get hand trapped. You will have less bodies, so it's either you go into the Raid Raptor if you're like afraid of like getting Raigeki to search your trap, or you can go Fiendsmith combo and end on like a Palooza. But before you do that, you're activating its effect to search the trap. Search the trap from your deck to your hand. And then you can either go this way, effect, detach Joko, and then you search your radar trap, face up negate, or alternatively, you can go Fiendsmith combo and link into Moon, which will go into basically your Appaloosa or your Desiree. It's basically the same, but the reason why sometimes Raid Raptor is better is because if you draw a quick play, you can just search the LC instead. So that on the crackback, you're activating your LC to rank it up into Reaper for a follow-up. That's why Raid Raptor play is still good. So basically, if you're going for the Raid Raptor play, you have both this. So this is a rank up plus non-targeting negate. This is a special summon and go into either a Ripper or a Hound or even a Werewolf. And this one is a rank up, then destroy. So this. And this one is a face up negate of any card used to control an XYZ monster. Alternatively, you can end on the same stuff, but you're having a Palooza instead, or Desiree with 2 without the trap. I mean, it looks underwhelming, but it's really hard with how like weak like the format is. It's really fragile, and I think that's like EVO's going to this like really like trying to like face out hand drops as well because of the card effects that If they hand trap you, you'll go plus. If they don't, then it just won't happen. So I'll show you another combo that goes into both Rain Raptor and the Fiendsmith if you get hand trap. So, let's say like you get like full lost or max seed. So we're activating our Jokol, special summon them both. Activate the search. We're searching our A9. Go into your Reaper. Activate effect, detach. And search the monster. So search your Suna. Then set the play for because of our effect. Then activate Kizuna. Effect to dump your Lupus from the graveyard. And then Lupus activates effect. Special summon. And then go to your Raptor die. Effect to detach so that it won't get impermanent. Search your thumb. Then activate Lantern, special summon them both. And then you can go full Fiendsmith combo. Before you full Fiendsmith combo, you're activating its effect to search first. So you're searching LC at this point. Because you can just like rack it up into this. Better than the trap. So you will be Fiendsmith comboing into this one. Into Moon. Into this tribute. Effect. Send to graveyard. Effect, return Moon. Summon. Into this effect. Fusion. Into Lacrimosa effect. Need 2 weeks or something in the MZ. Effect or revive. And then go into Appaloosa. Then effect the burn 1200. So basically that's it. A monster negate, a destroy, a reveal, Omni negate, and then 3 monster negate. Alternatively, if you're in the PCG, instead of going into the link to, you can use the effect. You use the effect, tribute cost, special effect, dump, and then engraver effect, return your Moon, special summon, effect Requiem to equip her, then go into your Necroquip Princess, then into a Caesar. Basically, just imagine this is Caesar. So it's basically the same. This board, the Caesar board, is stronger than Appaloosa against specifically Dragon Tail and Yummy. But on other decks, Appaloosa is still much better. So that's basically it for this deck profile. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something. K9 is it's basically like a proto Ryzeal, but it's much more fun and much more flexible compared to Ryzeal. And you know what, waifus, whatever. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it and see you next time. Peace.